Hello, preciouses. It's been a bit of a minute since I've been back, but like being somebody who suffers with mental health issues, especially in a time like this, it's really fucked with me, and I don't know how many other people feel fucked with, but like it's pretty much thrown off my entire routine. Much as it's weird to admit it, I really haven't been practicing really any spirituality or any witchcraft or anything lately, and that's gotta change. I gotta get back into it because it keeps me sane, and I need to like not let myself do this to myself because I feel like a mess. I feel like I don't know if anyone else feels like a mess, but I feel like a mess. I used to have a rainbow handle and it broke. Don't ever buy cups from Walmart. Disclaimer, they suck. So I haven't really been putting much effort into anything besides, I don't know, drinking way too much coffee, being way too jittery, and being stuck in my head a lot. I've done this before to myself, a lot. You know, as somebody with BPD, ADHD, and being bipolar, it's pretty hard for me to like keep a set interest in things, but this isn't, I have coffee on my chin, cool. This isn't really like a set thing. I think spirituality is, usually I'd be really hard on myself if I were to like fall out of, you know, practicing and just staying on top of things that make me feel good, but this time around something different happened to me, and I was like, oh, it just all kind of clicked all of a sudden, because when I first started practicing witchcraft a couple years ago, I was really hard on myself, and I was like, I needed to have all the best tools, and I needed, you know, you go online and you see all these people with all this fancy shit, and you're like, oh, I need this to be amazing. You don't. You're literally, the only tool you need is right here. Like, this is such an important thing for new witches, and know that this is all you need. This is it. This and this, maybe. This. That's what you need. You don't need any tool. You don't need any crystals. You don't need any herbs. You don't need shit. You already are enough. You just have to know that. So, the fucking most important thing, the number one most important thing to know, hello. The number one thing that you just gotta know at all times is that you are your own witch. You play by your own rules, and whatever feels good to you, do it. It's like great to know magical correspondence, and it's great to know your herbs and your crystals and what they do, but there are no set rules. Use the rules as your guidelines. If you want to use a black candle during a love spell, or if you want to use, you know, anything else, I can't think right now, I'm a stoner. If it feels right to you, it's right. If it feels good in your gut and you're like, I need to use this certain thing for a spell, do it, use it, because that's your magic. That's what makes you uniquely you, and that's what makes your spells uniquely you and work for you. It's so important as a baby witch to not get so hyped and think that you need to have all of this stuff. And when you go and visit websites, or you see other witches on Instagram who have all this, you know, they have a lot. You don't need it. But if you want it, go get it. But just know that that's not the thing that's making their magic or their like craft or their journeys more special than yours. That's just what works for them. That's their take on it. That's like the coolest thing about spirituality and being on a path of your own, is that that's exactly what it is. Like, it's your own thing. Like, religion and spirituality are so different in that concept that maybe I won't say that. Maybe I just won't even go into religion. That's just like a door I don't ever want to open, because I got a lot of my own opinions, but opinions are like assholes, and everybody has them and nobody wants to see it. It's just super important to be authentically yourself. And what feels right to you, use it, do it. You don't need to wait for a full moon to do certain spells. You don't need to wait for a waning moon to do certain spells. You can do it anytime. Are those times more powerful? I don't know why I did that. It is. But yes, it is more powerful and you might get better results, but it's not the rules. It's not the rules. So I myself am someone who's very critical of myself, and I was somebody also, I am somebody, I'm working on this, who mimics BPD people. We mimic other people and we mimic other behaviors around us. Therefore, if I see someone with something else that I don't have, I think I need it. I thought I needed it. I'm working on this. I'm not 100% perfect either, because I like pretty things and tools, but just having the knowing, just know that you and your intention, that's all it takes, really. Your intuition. You already have intuition. Everybody has intuition. It's just learning to listen to it. Chances are your intuition has been super right, usually all the time, and you are just like, I'm gonna do this other thing. Guilty as well. Very guilty. I've learned to trust my gut, but I also have gone against it a lot. The last 10 years are a good example of like what not to do when going against your gut. So just know, just have the knowing, and just know that like the universe is working for you. You just have to accept that. Just accept it. Accept the universe into your life. Fucking preacher. That's the one thing I like about spirituality too. It's more practicing, less preaching. And that's what everyone should be fucking doing. Do you not agree? These like things that come along with a lot of people who practice spirituality also practice veganism or vegetarianism and all this crap. It's not crap. But like me, I still swear. I still drink when I want to. I smoke weed every single day. Sometimes I even try and smoke a cigarette if I feel like it, which never really goes that well, but guess what? It's me. So I'm gonna not change who I am, building my journey and my path. So you don't need to become like a crazy yogi, or you don't need to like switch all of your beliefs to just add spirituality into your life. Just add it in. You don't need to become it. You don't need to become anything different than you already are. Like, you are who you are, and those are the things that make you special. Just like your craft, it's all special. You know, which means something different to everyone, obviously. But like, don't get like confused and thinking that you have to have all these great tools and like you need to be using certain like correspondences to go with whatever. Like there's so much, and it's really overwhelming when you first dive into like everything. But over the time, you'll start to just kind of get into your own flow and rhythm. And like, I do rituals and little spells on a daily basis without even really thinking about it now. Like kitchen witchery for one, cooking with herbs and stuff. I love to cook, so I'm constantly cooking with magic. I just know. I'm not like sitting there like with a cloak on, you know, throwing shit into a cauldron and being like, boogity boogity, spider legs and frog eyes. You know what I'm saying. I just cook with basil knowing that it's bringing prosperity into my life. I just know. So much less pressure just to go through your day knowing you're a magical bitch instead of just having to like constantly be trying to prove it to yourself. Like, honestly, I think the most personal things make the best tools anyway. So you could go outside and find a stick and cleanse that stick and call it your wand if it's a special stick to you. It literally doesn't matter what it is. It can be anything that's personal. I prefer to make my tools, but I also like shiny new objects. So once in a while I'll spoil myself, but I don't like save up hundreds of dollars to spend on tools for, that's hype. Like I said, if that's your thing, cool, spend all the money you want. Just if you're somebody like me who cringes at price tags, and you'd rather make your own shit, then like, yeah, do that. Just do what feels right for you. There's like no wrong rhyme or reason to why you should do things because it's your path, man. It's your path, man. Nobody else is gonna walk this for you. So you might as well just like do what feels right, you know? So all you need is your intention, your thoughts, and your knowing. The universe is working for you only when you know it is. And it is. It is all the time. Depends on what you're bringing in and putting out back into the universe. It's just an all flowing wave, man. I shouldn't smoke weed to make videos. You are your own tool, you fucking tool. He's a tool, she's a tool, they're a tool, cause we're all tools, yeah. I'm a dude, she's a dude, he's a dude, cause we're all dudes, yeah. Something else, don't live with fear and judgment at all about anything. Release it now. I wanted to get that off my chest because I wish if somebody had sat me down 2 years ago and said, bitch, do this your own way and you'll be fine, I probably would have, well, you know what? No, I can't even say that because that was my journey and that it took me learning and then it takes me sharing to help somebody else. So like, do all your reading and do all your research and do all that stuff. Like, absorb as much knowledge as you possibly can. That's literally why we're here. We're here to learn and grow. We're not here to live in fear and judgment, and especially judgment of ourselves, because we are all our worst critic and it's crazy what we do to ourselves. Be understanding, not judgeful. Judgmental? Judgeful? Like, I write this stuff down, but when I say it out loud, it just sounds so stupid. See, I'm judging myself. I'm not gonna judge myself because that's stupid. I have been like adding into my life lately things that I just keep telling myself because I am not perfect and I still judge myself constantly and I'm constantly criticizing myself. But I'm trying really hard to like grow as a person and learning that like mistakes are part of life is huge because I'm still learning just how to be myself in front of people because that was a huge problem for me. I felt like if I made any mistake or said something stupid or sounded stupid, that people would hate me. And in turn, I sort of pushed people away because I was not myself ever. So a cool thing too about just like diving into your craft, knowing that like you are the captain, it changes your life. And take these things throughout your day, every single day. Spirituality isn't practicing, it's not preaching. Be what you want to be. Be the things, be the good that you want. Just practice it. Just do these things. Do it. Be understanding and not judging. That is a huge one for me. I was a pretty really judgmental person, especially when it came to other people. But then I realized that like I was really judgmental on other people because I was like judging myself as well. And I was like projecting a lot of like, but that's like where shadow work comes in and that's how you deal with that shit. And shadow work is like a whole nother fucking ballgame for another video. But be curious and accepting. Be curious and accepting of everything and people, especially, I want to say people especially because we're just not an accepting bunch of folk, are we? We're just a bunch of fucking assholes to other people and learn. You cannot grow and learn if you're not making mistakes, so don't be afraid to try things. Don't be afraid to try anything new because when you live with fear and judgment, it stops you from doing new things. I took that advice for myself today and I spent money on myself. I made an investment in myself to take singing lessons. So I purchased online singing lessons because of all this crap going on right now, but I did something for myself. And this is like a 30-year dream being realized of me like learning proper technique of singing and like getting over my fear of singing in public. And like I'm baby steps, but I'm doing this now. I am refusing to live with fear and judgment over myself anymore. And I want to be curious and accepting of new things, and I want to grow and learn, and I'm gonna make mistakes, but that's the fucking journey, man. Hello, come here. This is my Trace. He also wants a YouTube channel, and I'm teaching him to not have fear and judgment and to go for the things that you want, right? Alright, good cameo. Get out of here. It's good to embarrass your children. Taking negative situations and turning them into lessons. Lessons. Learn from it. What can you do to improve? I took every negative situation and stewed on it and sat on it and like thought about it until it like destroyed my insides. But that is so not cool to do. It's not cool to do in any situation of your life, is to just stew on shit and like fester and boil on the inside and like, it's just so much, Taking negative situations and making them into a positive situation. It's obviously sometimes not easy and it's super challenging, but it's a challenge and it's fun to be like, it's something good to keep in the back of your head. I've literally been living by is if it's out of my control, let it go. Let that shit go. Do not let that shit bother me. I do not let that shit enter my bloodstream anymore. Just breathe it away. And on that final note, I'm gonna leave you with saying to go get your fucking ass outside into goddamn nature and sit there and listen. And don't talk. Shut the fuck up and listen to the nature sounds. We all need it outside and not hear traffic and not hear cars or sirens or other people, especially if you live in a city like me. It's just, oh my God. It just helps with absolutely everything. Meditating or doing yoga or, you know, just drinking with your friends. It's better to be outside. Also, thank you so much to all my new subscribers and the people leaving me comments and stuff. That's really cool. Because I honestly started this channel, I started this as just like a thing for myself to get over my own fears and judgments of being seen. Little like secret that I've never shared with anyone. When I was really young, I used to record myself singing and pretending to be all of the Spice Girls. Each one had their own part played by me, and I would sing and I would record myself constantly. I wanted to perform so bad. I wanted to be a performer, I wanted to be a singer, I wanted to be a dancer. And then through years of whateverness, I just learned to be in my shell, and I've never come out of my shell until I discovered drugs and alcohol, which is not the way to do it. And like, my boyfriend doesn't get it. He's like, the internet's stupid. But the internet helps a lot of people, so I'm using it for good, not bad. So yeah. Anyway, there was another question I had. Oh yeah. What kind of content do you guys want to see on this channel? Because I'm still kind of like just doing whatever willy-nilly shit I feel like filming. But if there was like more of a path to go down, what videos would you want to see? Do you want to see more witchy stuff? Do you want to see like spells and like ritual type shit? Or do you want to see like more makeup stuff and fashion? I got my sewing machine, so but yeah, so I'm pretty much open to anything. I'm pretty versatile. And I don't really like sticking to one thing, but if it's like a little group of things, I'm super down for this. So anyway, cool. Thanks for tuning in to my little pep talk of the day. And yeah, blessed be to all of my beautiful witches out there and all of the little witchling babies who are excited to start your journey. Just start it. Just do it. You're already on it. You just gotta know. Okay, I love you. Bye.